Wow, did that come in loud? Because I jumped a mile out of my chair, man.
Oh,
I had to
sorry.
turn
Good.
on
I
my.
scared you. Sorry.
You scared this old man. But hey,
Sorry. What was
everybody.
it? I didn't mean to do that.
It's all right. Not your fault. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Stadium Journey Podcast. Thanks for joining us tonight. The website, stadiumjourney.com, is the world leader in sports travel information. At least that's what I keep telling everybody. With reviews of over 2,600 stadiums from all around the world. If you're a social media guy or girl or both, neither, no judgment. We're on
For
Facebook,
everything.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Threads. Easy to find us. We are at Stadium Journey. Like, share, and follow, as the kids say today. To find all our old episodes of the Stadium Journey podcast, because once you watch or listen to this one, you're gonna want to listen to them all. We're easy to find. Type in HIAC Talk Radio Network wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You'll find us too. And if you're someone who likes to watch their podcast, just go to Stadium Journey's YouTube page. If you want to be part of our studio audience, just follow any of us on social media. We'll get you there. Speaking of social media, let's introduce the gang. Mark Viquez is here. You can find him on the social medias at Ballpark Hunter. And the above average comedians here today, too. Dan Calachico. Follow him at DanLaw83. Unless you're on the Twitter machine, then he's Dan Law TV.
Thank you. Yes. Perfect.
All right. Dave Cotney is not able to join us today. And like Dan said, he's probably in the mob because he wouldn't tell us exactly why he couldn't.
No. I always get a little, like, well, you're not telling me. You tell me. I don't trust you.
Dave is currently in Parts Unknown.
Oh, he's with the Ultimate Warrior? That's not good.
I was never a wrestling fan, but I always loved when somebody was introduced as being from Parts Unknown. And I actually use that in my PA announcements because, like when I'm announcing the starting lineups of, say, the Tri-City Valley Cats. It said, here's the starting lineup of the Valley Cats from Troy, New York. In the Frontier League, one of the teams is called the Road Warriors. They don't have a home. So when I introduce them as being from Parts Unknown.
Parts Unknown, yeah. And no, to answer Greg, our friend Gregory Koch says, did you follow my advice to get unbanned from Twitter by blaming the woke mob for canceling you with Ripman? No, it did not work. Elon does not want me back on the. And by the way, that's sarcasm. Nowhere in my mind do I think Elon knows who I am. I mean, he doesn't even know what physics is. So.
Yet he's supposed to be this mad genius, right?
He's not. He's not. He's an idiot.
Hey, you know what? I forgot to introduce myself. Hey, everybody. I'm Paul Baker. Follow me at Puckman RI. So let's get started with today's discussion. You know what they used to say? Nobody watches women's sports, right? That's what they say. Well, that's what they used to say.
They said that a year ago.
Yeah, probably not that long ago.
Yeah.
Well, they'd be wrong. So tonight we're going to focus our attention on WNBA. They were boosted by this once-in-a-lifetime draft class. The league's ratings and attendance has skyrocketed this year, and also ticket prices. We'll probably touch on that too. So tonight we're going to have our discussion about the league and maybe even review some of our recent arena rankings while we're at it. So, guys, let's start off with a tough question. Be honest. How much WNBA basketball do you really watch?
Being in Indianapolis, I remember watching the first several games of Caitlin Clark. Wife and I actually watched when they played Chicago the first few times this year. Wife's from Chicago. We watched those games as well. And my wife actually said she'd go to a sporting event. She's like, "Oh yeah, this looks fun. We should go to a WNBA game." So did keep watching it. Last week at trivia, the second game of the playoff game with Connecticut was on. We watched that as we played trivia. We love it. We love Caitlin Clark. We love the publicity she's bringing. I'm paying attention to games. I mean, it's weird. I'm a high school teacher by trade. I have boys talking about Caitlin Clark. I have them talking about the Fever. It's a different world. It just flick of a switch, just like that. We went from, giving away tickets to having 17,000 people at Gainbridge Fieldhouse to watch the Fever. So yeah, I've watched quite a bit this year, and even some Chicago Sky games, Seattle Storm. If a game was on, I was paying attention. I like the New York Liberty. I'm rooting for them to win a championship for the first time ever. So keeping an eye on them. But yeah, these are some of the best female athletes in the world, and it's about time they've got the respect. I know eventually they'll see the money come, but relax, it will come.
Whoa, we're zooming all over the screen here. Mark, it's
Nice.
funny you mentioned that. Not too long ago, we were giving away tickets. Now, I've been going to Connecticut Sun games. They've been in the casinos in Eastern Connecticut, not too far from where I live, about an hour and a half, for 20 years now. I think this was their 20th season in Connecticut, and I've been going not since day one, but I've been going for a good 10 years, games here and there. Um, I've been to the finals, the WNBA finals 3 times actually. 2 years ago, Connecticut played Vegas in the finals, and I got free tickets from the team because they were trying to fill up the arena.
Wow.
Can you imagine that happening this year?
No.
I'm not going to get any free tickets this year. But yeah, over the years, I've probably been to a good dozen, 15 games total. And I'm not going to lie, I think I watched more Connecticut Sun games this year than I watched Boston Celtics games last season.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say Caitlin Clark, I think, was one of the most popular athletes this year. Maybe Shohei Ohtani is up there as well, but everybody knew Caitlin Clark. She was on SNL. Every game she played, it was ratings bonanza. I mean, like I said last year, I reviewed the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, which they did not. I had requested press passes, and they said no. I don't forget the reason. And when I showed up there, they just had the lower seating portion open. It was still a nice crowd, and Seattle is one of those cities that has always supported their team. Sue Bird, another amazing player, brought them, I think, 3 or 4 championships. Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. I know you're going to comment pretty soon. But I remember people laughing at me saying, well, why would you go to a Seattle and not go to a Seahawks game? Or why would you go to a Storm game? And I said, why not? I want to see the arena. It's a sporting event. I have no issue going to see WNBA. I've actually been to Minnesota. They do well with attendance. They've always been there. They've always had the support. Maybe not so much in all the cities, but it's an exciting time. It's a whole new horizon. If this takes off like we think it is, WNBA will be up there with or some of our favorite NBA teams across the country during the summertime.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the things that. Bye. One of those things that.
It's weird.
One of those reasons that they are saying the Sixers are going for an arena in Center City is because they're shooting for a WNBA team.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
God forbid they have it in an arena that isn't owned by the.
Toronto's getting a team, San Francisco, Portland, Oregon. Why not Philadelphia? It's different now. You can bring in a team and it can draw well. Now you're gonna have some winning basketball. I mean, when Caitlin Clark plays, they go over some of the, like Washington, when the Mystics played, they played at the larger, what is it called? The Verizon One?
Capital One.
Capital One. They played there. I think it was the largest crowd ever to see a WNBA game. They didn't play at their normal arena, which you guys, I think, went to earlier this year on the Stadium Journey visit. A much smaller facility. So at one point we had WNBA teams playing in smaller facilities because they couldn't sell out the big arenas. Now they're opening it up, and I get it. It's Caitlin Clark coming in town, but it's like when Michael Jordan would come in town, when Kobe would come in town. It's that type of hype and experience that's coming, and you could get a few more ladies maybe doing the same thing in the future.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mark. And I apologize to anybody if the noises I was hearing over my headsets were coming across.
No, we didn't hear that.
Good. But yeah, and I don't know if I want to give all the credit to Caitlin Clark. I mean, she is a gigantic piece of that puzzle, without a doubt. But you think of that whole draft class that came in this year with her and Angel Reese,
Cameron,
and
Cameron Rinks.
Cameron, yeah, from the Sparks. I mean, her season got ended quickly because of a knee injury. But the three of them and the others that came in just
Yeah, Rakea
bullied
Jackson,
it
Camila Cardosa.
from coast to coast. And like you said, Mark, it's gotten so big that they've moved from little arenas, like you were talking about the Mystics. They play in the sports and entertainment arena, which is about a 4,000 seat venue, and they moved the game to the I want to call it the Cap Center. I know it's not the Cap Center,
No.
Verizon Center,
One
whatever it
Arena.
is downtown.
Okay, DC, yeah.
Yeah, and they sold it out. The Sun play at Mohegan Sun Arena in East Nowhere, Connecticut, and that arena is about 8,000, and they generally draw good crowds there. They sold out the TD Garden for a game, so it's not just one team; it's league wide right now.
Oh yeah, no, people are excited, and you look at Las Vegas with Aja Wilson. That's an exciting team to watch. She's an amazing player. She is the MVP. She's the best player in the league, and I understand why she might be a little bit upset that why are you paying attention to the league now? It's just the way it is, It's just that I'm sure somebody in 1920 was a great baseball player, and Babe Ruth started hitting 50 some home runs. And he might have been thinking the same thing, but
no, I hate that.
You hate that?
I hate that shit when that stuff when well. I said a cuss, guys. Sorry.
I'm just saying hitting the mainstream.
No. I agree with you. I hate that gatekeeping stuff where like, oh, where were you in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm here now. It's not like the ladies are like, you know what? I don't want all these fans if they weren't here before. I don't want to make more money.
Your $100 is worth less than my $100, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
shut up. I've been watching for 50 years. That just means you're older. That doesn't mean anything.
I get it. You might have new fans coming in that don't know the game. They're watching a game and they're seeing women playing, getting physical. That's always been there. I remember watching Diana Taurasi play years ago. She's been playing for 20 years. I remember watching, I would string for the Connecticut Sun when they would come out here, and I would have courtside seat. I'd hear all sorts of name calling, pushing, shoving. This isn't anything new. This isn't nothing new than what the guys do. And everybody's like, oh my God, somebody poked Caitlin Clark in the eye. She's a thug. She should be arrested. And it's like, really? You don't remember the bad boys?
Don't pick on my Dejanay Carrington, please.
Yeah. I mean, they're competitors. They're trying to get an edge, Caitlin Clark's a formidable, is a great player, and she's only going to get better in this league. So, but there's also great players as well that know how to take advantage of a situation or play a little bit tough. And Caitlin's been dealing with that for a long time. It's not like in college she didn't have any tough games.
Do we want to talk about kind of the blowback that Caitlin has been getting as the new face of the league from the old guard, as it were, in the WNBA? Because she's,
it turns right into the gatekeeping thing I said.
Yeah. I mean, like, all rookies end up having to fight through the wall of some kind. But when somebody comes in with that kind of hype and that kind of attention, there was a lot of resentment, and there was or is. And the old guard of the WNBA is really giving her a rough time. And like you were just mentioning, poked in the eye, a little extra physical play and so forth.
Well, I mean, you remember this, Paul, back in the day, you're my brother's age. He used to tell me that NBA finals were on tape delay after the news.
Yes, they were, because 1981, when the Celtics, the first title they won with Larry Bird, was on tape delay. So you had to wait till 11 o'clock to watch it. Even here in Boston, we couldn't watch it live. We could listen to it live on the radio if you wanted, but if you wanted to watch it, you had to stay up late. So as a high school kid, it was tough to make it up to 2 a.m. to watch them win the title that night. But
yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, the NBA went through its BC and AD when Bird and Magic came in.
Yeah, that's a great comparison, Mark. Maybe that's what we're looking at now. Before Caitlin and after Caitlin.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of when Pele came in the NASL, that changed things. That died out though. But
oh my God,
that's a little bit different. He was an older
There's
guy.
some people that never saw a guy play like that before.
No, but
but he couldn't even score on Sylvester Stallone though.
Yeah, well, anybody should
he was
score
being nice. Don't score on me, man. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just thinking it's an exciting time. Like when I went to a couple games this year. They opened up the balcony. I can't remember the last time I ever sat at a balcony for a Fever game. 2 years ago, I saw them play at the Coliseum, and I saw them play at Butler Hinkle Fieldhouse, and they couldn't even sell out half of the Hinkle Fieldhouse. And it was more of like this family fun entertainment minor league experience. And when I went to the games this year, it felt like a professional, felt like a Pacer game. People were there to watch the game. They didn't care about the wacky little hijinks going on outside of the concourse. They were there. All the action they needed was on the court. And it was a game against the LA Sparks where Caitlin had scored 30 for the first time. So, night and day. It went from kind of like a niche sport to like, hey, I got some free tickets or cheap tickets. Let's go. Why not? To, hey, let's go check out the Fever. Yeah, we got tickets for $20, $30. I don't even know how much. I got my tickets cheap. So, but I had a lot of fun. It was like I was at an NBA Pacer game and had that vibe. You get there a little bit early. You go to the bars and drink. I mean, it was a major event, and it was a Tuesday night, I believe. So.
I just wanted to add to I can't talk today and address what Greg said, and then what Gregory said in the chat is, and this is something I've been waiting to say on the podcast. She wasn't intentionally poked in the eye.
Oh, no.
It's a physical sport. Physical contact happens. It's a non-story. Yeah. Anybody who says. And it's actually a staggering number of people that when we used to play basketball just out front, you can't hit me. It's not a physical sport. Basketball is a contact sport. You are wrong. Factually, in every angle, left, right, north, south, east, west, you're wrong if you think basketball is not a contact sport. You're an idiot. And if I've upset you with that, then you're the idiot that thinks it's not a contact sport. I'm sorry.
The
I'm not sorry.
The old saying I used to get from all my coaches playing basketball growing up was basketball is absolutely a contact sport. It's just not a collision sport.
Yes, there's a difference. Yes, Allen Iverson, the little Allen Iverson, the 6'1", he was 6 feet. He was 5'9".
Yeah, I don't even think he was 6 feet.
No, he wasn't. He was 5'9". He was 5'11". Going to the net was never touched.
Yeah.
Idiots. I hate.
I'm sure 50-year-old Allen Iverson would say, "Wow, I took a lot of hits."
Mm-hmm.
My mom used to be terrified that it's like he's gonna die. Someone's gonna kill him on the way to the net because of all the abuse. She played basketball in high school. She's shorter than me. To ask her, you ever meet her? Ask her about the time she ripped the side of her friend's body when he was trying to block her on a layup. It was against the garage. It didn't go well. The woman played in high school, and he was like, "I can block you." No, you can't. Yes, I can. Okay. Just ripped the side of his torso up on the metal door opener on the garage. I told you can't stop me.
The best thing I love is all these guys saying that, you know what, these women aren't that good. I could take them on in the gym and just wipe the court with them. And like, no, you can't.
No.
Yeah,
I've seen quite a bit of games, and I always like the shooting. Even though I think when I used to watch the games, this must have been almost 20 years ago. Not almost 20, but maybe 15, 16. I thought
take those years back. Take those years back, but
I thought 15 and 20 does not equal 50.
I thought there was better shooting back then. Some of the games I've seen this year seem a little sloppy from time to time, but what I'm hoping is some of these teams, you got to look at people like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They went from college to the pros rather quickly. Some of these ladies are getting a nice break. And
they didn't have any time off. You're right. Yeah.
They didn't have any time off.
College season ended. They got drafted.
Yeah.
And training camp started like 2 weeks after or something. They didn't have any time off.
I mean, it's a much quicker turnaround than the NBA, which, they're going to be starting soon.
Oh, here's a question then for the panel. Would the WNBA be as successful if they were playing in the winter like the NBA and college basketball?
I think the summer's good for them. No, I think the summer.
I don't. Yeah, no, I think the whole point of them not trying to compete as of yet on the same time of the year is a great. Well, all those leagues and all those wrestling leagues and all the sports leagues always get a little cocky and go, hey, let's play at the same time of the year. Let's not do that. No, I think it's a benefit, and I think it's our benefit too. It benefit. Well, of course they're not playing against the NBA. Yeah, because I still want to watch the Sixers. Thank you very much.
Right.
And I don't want to try to decide between the two of them. So the fact that they're on another time of the year, I didn't watch as much. To answer the first question, I never did. I didn't watch as much as I wanted to, but I watched as many highlights if I missed something. Because the other thing was last year, this time there was not as many people talking about this on social media. Now everyone's an expert, and that's good and bad because everybody's an expert, but also everybody's getting schooled, and it's lovely to watch people go back and forth, and they're actually talking about it because for better or for worse, the WNBA is getting hashtagged. That's more eyes on the WNBA. My feelings, hot or cold, and 50-50 on social media, but that is a good aspect of it. That is getting eyes to go, what?
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't know there was a women's basketball league, I remember the Philadelphia Rage. The women's basketball team that was there. I think it was like 3 years.
Is that the American Basketball League?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I know that I just confirmed it from here. They moved from Richmond, and they came up here, and then the league was gone within like 2 years.
Yeah, because I think
Don Staley was there.
Yeah.
Don Staley is a local legend, and she was on the team, and I was excited. I remember being excited, and then it was gone. It's just all gone. God damn it.
Well,
for those of you who don't know, the ABL was the precursor to the WNBA.
Yeah, they started a little bit early, but I think they played the fall winter season.
I think the initial reason for putting the WNBA in the summer was twofold: A, no competition in the summer basketball wise, and B, the players were able to make a whole lot more money playing overseas, so they didn't want to take that away from them. So the top players could go to Europe or to China, Japan, wherever the bigger leagues are, play there, make their money, come back in the summer, play in the United States, and build this league. And well, anybody who's been following the news, if you follow like Brittany Griner, you know that is still the case. They still go overseas to play. Don't always make the best choices, but that goes for all of us, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that the ladies in the WNBA one day can make enough money where they don't have to travel overseas, unless they're young and they want to make a little extra money. You know, Diana Taurasi was at one time thought about taking time off from the WNBA to focus on overseas. And they're like, well, wait a minute.
Because that's where the money is, right?
You can't do that. Can you imagine if Caitlin Clark decided to do that? How much would she make overseas if she said, okay, I'm going to go play in Russia or Turkey or Israel, wherever the sport is popular, Greece. So it's we're on the cusp of things. I hope 10, 20 years from now, this is a league where ladies are getting paid quite well, and we have a lot more franchises. Because I remember another part of the WNBA was there wasn't enough teams, so some of these high draft picks would get cut. Right. Kaiser Gondrasik, who was drafted 4 by the Fever a few years ago, got cut, and then she was out of the league. Now I think she probably makes more money with her modeling and her endorsements now. But at one time, it was her and somebody else the Fever had that was a top draft pick that got cut. So now we're seeing more teams coming in and hopefully more opportunities for the ladies. Gabby Williams is back from playing overseas in Seattle. And she has voiced a lot of complaints towards the WNBA and allowing them to play overseas competitions and things of not. So let's hope all that gets straightened out sometime in the near future.
Well, and like you said, they're adding 50 new jobs with the 4 new teams. Did we say there's a team going to Toronto, San Francisco, Portland? They haven't announced the 4th one.
Oh, there's a 4th one.
Crack panel. Where's your guesses?
Philly.
Wow, I didn't even know. Hopefully Houston.
It'll be right in time. Fuck Houston.
Get the Houston.
Well, Houston had a team.
Well, would it be a new? I guess it would be a new city. Buffalo. Go someplace the W.
You know what I'm thinking.
WNBA hasn't been in Philadelphia.
Yeah, my thought was, and this may be right out there, the reason they put a team in Connecticut was because of the success of the UConn program. What about a team in Tennessee? Tennessee is
Yeah,
another one
Nashville,
of those. In Nashville or in Memphis, there's an NBA
Louisville,
team in
maybe.
Memphis. I mean, I know that Tennessee is on the other end of the state from Memphis, so maybe Nashville right in the middle. That's my guess.
Yeah,
Um,
Lauren Cox was the other top draft pick by the Fever who got cut. Okay, go ahead.
I forgot.
Yeah, you're right. Because remember the WNBA, they always had teams with an NBA team, and then
They
like
were always
Connecticut was
partnered.
the first time they didn't do that.
Connecticut came from Orlando.
Yes.
They were the Orlando Miracle. They didn't work out. The
No.
Mohegan tribe bought the team and moved it up to their casino. At the time, their brand new casino. They had an arena, needed to fill some dates, so they bought a women's professional basketball team and they bought a indoor lacrosse team and stuck them in their arena so they had some guaranteed dates.
Yeah, and now you don't necessarily have
Iowa
to
City,
go,
huh?
You definitely don't have to go to Iowa City. Yeah, that arena's big enough. Why not? They would try to move Caitlin back, but
what? No, that's not.
yeah,
What,
you got some great opportunities here. Why not somewhere? Why
what
not?
arena
Nashville,
is that,
not
Gregory?
Yeah. Why? I think the days of having to partner with an NBA team are gone. Maybe the time is right to try a new market somewhere.
Yeah, but of course you want to go where TV market's high and.
Yeah, I don't think Iowa would be too attractive for a pro league.
Fargo Center.
Well, heck, I keep hearing Montreal wants what's an NBA team or a G League team. Go to Montreal. Go to Vancouver. Go back to Vancouver.
Yeah.
I mean, Portland. I didn't see Portland getting back into the WNBA game. That kind of shocked me. So, because I felt like Portland was one of those cities where all these, 5th, 6th, and 7th league sports go to die, like indoor, like arena football, indoor lacrosse.
Yeah, that surprised me.
Ballgame.
That really surprised me too, Mark, because I knew the two teams were coming, and those had been announced. I think that was kind of like hey, guess what? We're going to strike while the iron's hot. Yeah, and we're going to go from 12 to 16.
Well, you also want to put teams. You don't want to dump a bunch of East Coast teams. Having Portland, San Francisco out there. So I think that 4th team will probably be somewhere East Coast, Midwest.
I think the balance of the league, I think it's got to be on the eastern half of the country because I think there's more teams in the West right now.
And you got to go whoever wants to operate a team. So if that guy's in Miami.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the determining
factor.
factor.
I think it could be. I think Philadelphia can work if that's what they're shooting for 76. Actually, I don't know when 76 place is going to go up.
Here they come.
28.
Is that a definite? They're going to build the new arena?
Yeah, it's done.
It is?
Yes.
And it's just going to be for the 76ers,
other than
not the Flyers.
No, not the Flyers. They're owned by Comcast Spectacor. They stay in.
Is that the one that was going to go like down in Chinatown there?
That is the one that's going into Chinatown.
Wow, where are they going to put that? They got to knock down a bunch of stuff, huh?
Yes, they are. Well, apparently, I need not worry because who cares about Chinatown?
The last time I stayed in Philly, that's where I stayed.
I'm just telling you, when I made I very professionally said I really feel for Chinatown. You're an idiot. Have you been down there recently? Chinatown, nobody cares. Not even Chinatown cares. And I was like, oh, okay, well then never mind. Knock it down. Go for it. Well, it's already dying. All right, well, just kill it all the way then. It's fine. Who cares about the Asian population? Stupid.
I mean, Detroit could be another spot. You got the new arena. I don't know if they would draw if you bring the Shock back.
At this point, I bet City is going to turn around, and now cities are going to start fighting for these franchises.
Good.
Opposed to the other way around.
Good. There's still a strong presence of trolls on the internet. Like, who watches this crap? Oh, the ratings have tanked, and I just want to see them squirm.
Yeah, I heard comments from, like why would you want to go watch that? Oh, you went to a WNBA game. I bet 5 people were there,
Basketball. Why would you not want to see more of something you like? That's another thing I don't understand about sports, sequels, spin-off television shows. It doesn't hurt your feelings that these things exist.
No.
If somebody wants more of something, it ain't your money.
Right.
That's getting spoiled. If you want another season of The Acolyte, please, Disney. Who cares?
I could tell. I think one comedian said it the best. It's almost like you have you're looking for a band and you put on this piece of paper and hey, looking for a guitarist, and the guy calls you up and says, bass players are better. It's like I'm not looking for that. I'm just saying, hey, I went to WNBA game. I had a great time. Check this out, my review. And then somebody's screaming, oh, there's only 5 people there. Oh, it's too bad you had to go watch that and not a Seattle Kraken game. I don't like golf. I don't like tennis. I don't like water polo, but I'm not yelling and screaming at people that like it or promote it or want to share their experiences.
Yeah.
Stop that already. And this is coming from guys, around my age or older that, are set in their own ways and, feel like women, if it wasn't for the NBA, the WNBA wouldn't be around. They're losing money every year. Well, the NFL lost a bunch of money its first several decades. So did the NBA. All those leagues had teams coming and going. All chaos happening. I mean, maybe, I hope this is like a seismic shift to set the ship, to set everything a course and go forward. Because a lot of little girls like watching these ladies play. And if it gets them playing sports or aspiring to do something, maybe a scholarship, maybe they're off the streets, maybe they're developing certain athletic skills that they can use on and off the field.
Why does that upset people?
I don't know why it upsets people because I went to an WNBA game.
You know the internet. If you say the sky is blue, you're going to piss off somebody who says no, it's not.
Yeah,
just the nature of the beast.
And it's some of us, we know these folks that say, like I said, I don't like golf. I never was a Tiger Woods fan.
I know a guy that does that, and he's a great guy.
I never criticize anybody for liking Tiger Woods. Go play golf. It looks like a lot of fun. I've never played it before.
He brought so many more eyes onto the game of golf that were never on the game of golf before. Period. End of story. Why is that a problem? The women, Ghostbusters answer the call, or as schmucks like to call it, the Lady Ghostbusters. I saw many people say my childhood's ruined, but I still see them going to Ghostbuster conventions and new Ghostbusters movie. So I think you're okay.
Yeah. How does that ruin your childhood?
I don't think, because they're stupid. I don't think it ruins your life. And I'm pretty sure, I remember when somebody said that the first time, I was like, I'm pretty sure if I turn around, the DVDs are still on my shelf. So I think it's okay. Are we okay? Everybody okay? Just don't go to that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, you don't have to comment.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a difference, and I have this argument with a really good friend of mine all the time. Like, there is a difference between seeking out an opinion and not liking it, and then when I'm just in my own little corner going, I really like this part, and you going, I think it sucks. Don't seek me out. Because if you seek me out, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to seek you out. When you least expect it. I could be petty too.
Hey, I got an autographed picture of my favorite band hanging over my head right here, and I don't care that nobody else has even ever heard of them.
Who's the band?
Let me tilt up. Can you see him?
That's
right over my head, right here.
I can see the picture, but I can't make it out.
Y&T.
Oh, Y&T, yesterday and today. Oh God, I haven't heard that group in a while. Oh, they suck.
I have no idea who they are. They must suck.
No, like I said, I have a brother your age, so I remember looking through his album collections. I remember seeing Y&T.
Or when people hear it, they go, "Oh, Summertime Girls." Like, yeah, that was their one.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, and that's another thing. We write for Stadium Journey, so when I'm traveling, there's a WNBA game going on. Maybe there'll be a minor league system. I think there was some lower level games. There was a team in Oshkosh or Appleton, Wisconsin that had a replica of the old Mecca floor from Milwaukee.
Oh, wow.
And I was in the area. I wasn't aware of this team. I don't think they're around anymore, but I remember reaching out and writing an article for Stadium Journey about that. So, it can lead to more teams. Maybe it can lead to some kind of, Division II type of league for the ladies. Maybe promotion or regulation.
More is good. Yeah.
Or it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
And while that'll be devastatingly sad for people who work there and league and fans, it doesn't affect you haters at all. It's okay. I promise.
So, Mark, you're just mentioning arenas and stuff. Should we really quickly, to cap off the show, go over our rankings of the 12 WNBA arenas?
The 12 rankings, yeah. You can check them out at stadiumjourney.com.
Yep, our colleague Meg Menard put this list together at the end of the season. So I'll start off. I've only been to 2 of these, so I'll comment where I can, but I'm I'm not a
Yeah.
WNBA traveler, but you know how it works. All right, so coming in last was the College Park Center in the Dallas Wings.
I haven't been there, so good.
I haven't either. College Park Center is.
I thought the picture was going to show up, Dan.
I'm trying. The site just died.
College Park Center is in Austin, I believe.
It's
right?
stadiumjourney.com. It's not fun. I don't care.
I don't know. That's
Are they right in Dallas? I don't know where College Park Center is. Gregory, where's College Park Center?
Gregory, where are you, man?
Lisa Leslie. See, I remember these.
Gregory serves as our fact checker on many of our podcasts.
He's a fact checker, period.
Yeah, it's it's one of these smaller arenas that they were putting WNBA teams in, because I think the Wings came from Tulsa, if I'm not correct. So you didn't want like a giant arena because you weren't going to sell it out. So you would have a small venue to play in. And I think that's
I was going to bring up the Stadium Journey site, but the site just told me to go F myself. So never mind.
Really? I'm on the site right now. That's how I'm getting the list here.
That's
getting the list.
I'm very happy for you, but it's not working for me.
Right. All right. Well,
that doesn't help me at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we had so much to say about Dallas. Let's move on.
Who cares?
Sorry.
Who cares about Dallas? Good for you, Dallas.
Get some angry.
Hey, a president got shot there once.
We'll get some angry hate mail.
I've actually been there. I had to make sure I saw that when I went to Dallas.
All right, here we go.
There, you happy?
Right. You can get a good tour of the book depository.
Yeah, but you know, it's very accurate to the day because if you look in the window, Oswald's not in it. Bill Hicks, baby. Bill Hicks.
That's a good
joke.
That's
a great joke. I love that. He tells it so suddenly. People go, oh.
All right, so coming in at number 11 is the Gateway Center Arena at College Park. That's the home of the Atlanta Dream. So there's another example of a very teeny tiny arena that may not be long for this league.
Why is everything in a college park?
Because I think some of these venues are for the college team as well. Or
see, I'm not crazy.
Well, no, this isn't where obviously this isn't where the Hawks play.
College Park, Georgia is the town.
No.
I should have done some research. Good, I came here and ill prepared.
You? No. What's the name of the team there?
It's on the south side of Atlanta, according to the little blurb here on the
Atlanta Dream. I couldn't remember.
Wait till we get to the 5,000 seats for events. They say 3,500 for Dream games. That's it.
What college?
Yeah, that's a very very small thing.
That's very small.
What is this?
On our list.
All right, now I'm getting there. We go.
Yeah, the Gateway Center Arena.
See, it's not just me, you jerk.
Yeah, I had some pop up and block everything.
Hey, there's a Sky. At least we got a Skyhawks video about it. Nothing for the Dream. Right. Thanks everyone. That's great. This is
so coming in at number 10 is the first of our big venues. We got the Barclays Center, home of the New York Liberty, coming in at number 10.
Well, I remember watching them play at the Garden, and they played in Newark for a couple of years, but I haven't seen them in Brooklyn yet. But I think that's a good spot for them. The Garden has a lot of events. Barclays also hosts a lot of games, and I think that's a world-class arena, for the New York Liberty.
Thank God there's basketball there, because that's what that arena is work. That is what that arena is made for.
Yeah,
not hockey.
Yeah, it was made for basketball. Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised to see it down at number 10.
By the way,
everybody I know that goes to that building loves the arena. They love the atmosphere, and if they're drawing the crowds, like I think they are, I don't think they're drawing fever crowds, but I think they're over 10,000.
I think they are now, yeah. Well, you think about also look at the New York roster. I mean, right now in the WNBA, you got two super teams.
I mean, that's a super team, yeah.
You got New York and you got Vegas, or two. You would call them super teams because they're loaded.
They got
loaded with some of the biggest teams.
Well, now that the Knicks made some weird trades that nobody can.
How about that trade today, huh?
At least you have the
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah. Sal Vincenzo won't be elbowing my players, and all the Knicks fans will be like, "You see what you did? He did the same." No, so I won't have that anymore. I went fired.
What the heck is going on with my computer here?
And I think the Liberty,
the website is screwed.
I think the Liberty are the type of team that you're like, hey, what do you want to do today? Hey, want to check out the Liberty? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're a great team to watch.
I don't want to go to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's not too bad.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Oh,
went
well,
there
no,
for
it's
an
as
Islanders
bad
game
as
when they
the-
played there, and went down and had a piece of cheesecake over at what's that cheesecake place that's right up the street from it? Legendary
cheesecake.
New York cheesecakes.
Donovan's.
Oh, it's killing me that I don't know this off the top of my head. Well, anyway, that's what I did. It
Didn't
was
you
awesome.
go with Kelly?
So Brooklyn should be
To Brooklyn, no.
higher. But
She went to a different game then. Juniors, Zaros.
remember when
Juniors.
New York played in
Juniors.
Westchester for a few years?
Yes, that was actually right before they moved to Barclays.
That was good. That tells you. I mean,
They were on a
would
level
be
with the G
caught
League,
dead
Mark. Yeah.
playing in that arena these days. Like that is just such a goofy place.
I would love to get our website to work. Hey, there it is.
Yeah, so that's the thing in New York. You can play in so many different venues. Brooklyn makes sense. I mean,
Hey, we did it.
All right, so let's see. Coming up right just above them at number 9, the Chicago Sky and the Wintrust Arena.
Wintrust Arena, smaller venue built for
Another
DePaul.
smaller venue. Yep.
Nice location. You can get there by mass transit.
Lloyd, what does he know? No, I'm just kidding.
I think actually Lloyd has probably been to all 12 of these arenas.
My plan was to get up there this year. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and because every time I was up there to see Chicago, there was something else going on that I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it happen. But that's a what 9,800 seat arena, I believe.
It's mid-size. Yeah,
it's a mid-sized venue, and it works. You know, when Caitlin came up there to play against Angel, the United Center was occupied, so that would have been nice to see how that would have worked out. But no, this is a nice place to see games, and you know, it's funny in Chicago. I would think they were close to selling out the venue. It wasn't like it was the hottest ticket in town, but you got about close to 8,800 people a game going to Sky games. So
looks like a very nice modern arena.
I'd like to see what that team can do. Like when they start getting much better, and you know, Angel starts just being a beast out there. And Charity is. She's a great player.
Listen. I picked her as my favorite player just because she made that deal with Reese's Pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
We're
good.
Genius.
No, I like it.
Also,
I like it.
first of all, genius. Number 2, awesome.
She's
number 3.
I'm good. Yeah, Angel is smart, as outsmarting all of us.
Thank you, Paul.
She's outsmarting. I like Kaiser Gondrusik. She was my favorite,
and her podcast is hilarious. Yes,
I think Angel knows what she's doing. She
knows exactly
playing the part perfectly. She's out schooling all us old guys, but just.
Well, you know, because you have that sect of old white dudes, not you, Mark.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And who know better, are better, is better than everything that she is, and she's just like, okay.
Back in the old days, women didn't play basketball.
In the old days, I would have owned you. Now you can buy my Reese's, bitch.
Not that old man.
Not you. I'm talking others.
No, she's just. I like, you know, the style she wears when she goes to the games. It's all publicity. I mean, they criticize the women for doing that. Well,
you know what? That reminds me of something.
Be upset about something.
Yeah. Yeah, you're looking for something to get angry about.
Yeah.
But you know how a lot of the teams will do like the pregame fits. They show the players walking in, and it's walking in the arena in their outfits, and it's kind of become a thing now where the players kind of try to one up each other with their outfits. Yeah. And I saw, you know, like one of the teams posted that, and some, you know, like angry old guy commenting, well, they don't do this for men's sport. I was like, yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I want that jersey.
Bruins are same way. Every outdoor classic the Bruins have had, they have had this theme outfit. Like they were when they played at Notre Dame. They all dressed in what was the show? Peaky Blinders. Is that the show?
Oh yeah,
the gangsters.
Yeah.
They all dressed like that, and it was incredible looking. They took a picture on the ice in those outfits, and the men's teams do it too. And if they got the idea from the women, fantastic.
No, they don't do it. No.
Yeah. But yeah, my story about Wintrust Arena, Mark. A couple of years ago, the Sky actually would have fit into one of our trips. So we tried to go down there. We didn't get tickets ahead of time. You know, big mistake. Actually, it worked out for the best. We went down to Wintrust Arena, and there was a convention going on at the convention center right next door. So just getting there, we sat
Yeah.
for like 45 minutes. The parking garages all around were full. There was a line around the block to get into the Sky game. So we said, you know what? We can't find a place to park. Look at this line. It's a sign. We went to Joliet and caught a Slammers game instead.
Yeah, and the park, it's the problem in that area, the parking is expensive.
Yeah.
So I think when you review it, you look at those little keys there.
Well, that's our metric. Our metric favors downtown facilities with a neighborhood all around it. Suburban or a place like Kauffman Stadium, one of the best major league ballparks, but because of where it is, it never scores as high as maybe it should. But anyway, there's a certain kind of arena that will always score better on our metric, and so our
Yeah, like
metric's not perfect.
when I go to Chicago and I'm checking out venues there, like Soldier Field or Wrigley, I take mass transit. I don't mess with parking.
Yep.
A White Sox game, there's plenty of parking, but you can even take mass transit there. It's not too hard. And Joliet, it's free, so
Right.
you just park on the
Well,
street.
that was one of those things that was, and the weather was iffy, so we were like, all right, we're going to do baseball or basketball. So we tried basketball, and just the sign, the planes did not align for us.
Yeah.
So we made a quick audible, said before we spend any money and get stuck, let's go, because we know we can go to Joliet and watch a baseball game.
Yeah.
We weren't sure if we were going to be able to get in to the Sky. All right, so coming in at number 8, the Entertainment and Sports Arena, home of the Washington Mystics.
Okay, well, you were just there, so
I was just here, and I would say that whoever graded this, Gregory, was way too kind.
Oh God, Greg's mad.
All right, now you're gonna start a goddamn fight.
No, I'm not. Different opinions, different strokes for different folks, man. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying I don't agree with him.
I'm saying I'm right and he isn't.
Well, I am right, and the sooner the planet gets to know that, the better off we all
There
will
you
be.
go. There you go. That's what I'm waiting for.
I mean, again, this is another example of a team that, because they didn't want to play in a big empty arena, went to a smaller, more intimate place where they could fill it. But now, with the league growing, do they need to reverse and go back to a larger place?
Yes.
This is a really small place. I think it's only about 3,500, 4,000 seats tops. Very basic, simple venue, which is nice enough. But yeah, compared to some of the others on the list, some of the ones we just passed, I don't think there's anyone who would say that the Entertainment Sports Arena is better than the Barclays Center.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I think we may have to have Greg on the show to defend his rating.
it might
Gregory's
be,
always on the show.
He's typing right now.
It might
Gregory is right now crafting a very angry response to what I just said.
Yes.
No, and the thing about the Entertainment Sports Arena, it's not like it's in a great. I was just talking about our metric and our favorites, like places in downtown neighborhoods. This is not in a sparkling neighborhood either. So, and if I'm not mistaken, this is also where the Washington Go-Go play. The G League team.
Yeah. Go. Going to go.
I was giving Gregory a second, but
Gregory just DM'd me and said, "Fuck you, Paul."
He might have.
No, he didn't.
Gregory doesn't swear.
No, Gregory ignores my DMs. It's fine.
All right, so coming in at number 7.
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Coming in at number 7 is Mohegan Sun Arena, home of the Connecticut Sun.
That's in Uncasville.
Uncasville, Connecticut. So here's my interesting query about the Sun. Now, right now, the Sun is doing well because they've had a very good, very competitive team for several years, but they're also getting old. Dewana Bonner, Alyssa Thomas.
What are they, 31?
They're going to be moving on very soon. Dewana Bonner's 37.
What? She's ancient. Somebody put her down.
Yes. Hey, for a basketball player, that is pretty ancient.
No, I know it is. Yes.
But what is going to happen is a team in Uncasville, Connecticut going to be able to compete with all these big city teams?
Yeah.
In the long run.
Because it is where it is, yes.
I think so.
Because of that local, but because of that UConn thing, I think it'll be just fine. If for a longer period of time, like not WCW versus.
Well, as long as the team can make money, because they may say we want to go to a bigger arena with more suites and opportunities to make money, but if they have a good TV contract, maybe that's a little bit different. Who knows?
So yeah, I mean, I mean, they did play a game up in Boston this year and sold out the Garden. I can't see them going to Hartford, even with that Yukon connection. So if they stay in the area, do they start looking at Boston? I mean, the Garden's pretty full. It's gonna be tough to get dates there. It's another one of those things.
Mhm.
Like we were talking about the Liberty and the Madison Square Garden.
Maybe they
Just-
go to the Worcester Centrum.
No, they don't go to the Worcester Centrum.
What a bunch of nobody goes to Worcester. Who watched?
Except the
Who
plus
saw
cars.
these? Well, true. Who I was talking about the Centrum. I mean, the Centrum. Who watches this and goes, this is stupid. Women aren't. I was invested in this. I was watching that.
Yeah, they start out pretty
Get into a
physical.
fight. Come on.
I would love to see them start swinging on each other. That'd be so
Boom.
much.
I saw just
Enough of that
Just
break
for
up high
those
school fights.
for those out there who think women are just cat fights, I saw an amazing video that cracked me up for an hour the other day, and it was this really bigger woman, who I guess I'm not saying that because I'm saying like I could see her walking around acting like a tough girl, bad mouthing and being a Karen to everyone, and she's yelling at this woman who works at the other side of the desk at this hotel clerk, and she chucks something at her, and this woman behind the desk is probably 3 sizes smaller. This woman runs around from behind the desk out to this woman
I
who
saw
goes
that.
through the front door, and she starts throwing in right hooks. She slams her down and just starts throwing in right hooks for about 20 seconds, and then just says something as if to say, are we going to treat me like that ever again? Bitch. I want to see them fight. Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah.
No, I don't really want to see them
You want to
fight.
see him choke at somebody?
No. My point is your backwards thoughts about the WNBA is just that, backwards. But yes, fight.
All right. All right, so that's the bottom half of our rankings. Let's take a look at the top half. Coming in at number 6, the Las Vegas Aces Michelob Ultra Arena. Did that used to have a different name? Because I can't think of that one.
I don't know. It opened at the Mandalay Bay Event Center in 1999. Written by Lloyd Brown on StadiumJourney.com. Thank you.
Well, that's another city with 50 arenas that get mixed up. It's
So if it's in a casino, how big is it? Is it full? Is it another medium-sized arena?
12,000.
12,000. I just don't have everything memorized off the top of my head.
No, I know.
Sorry.
My computer's fast. I can get there real quick.
All right, my computer's acting weird, so I'm
Well,
closing
how
that
many
Stadium Journey
teams are in
page.
Vegas? You got MGM
Yeah, well,
Grand.
that's another city that the Aces, when the Fever came to town, they played at the T-Mobile Arena, which is where
I was going to say you have T-Mobile, you have MGM Grand, you have Michelob Ultra. What else you got?
Thomas and Mack. The MGM
God,
is the
still-
MGM Arena still there?
I just said that.
Is
MGM
that
Grand.
still where UNLV plays? Still, Thomas
Yes.
and Mack.
Henderson
No,
has an arena with their AHL team.
It's not Vegas.
Oh,
That's not
it's
Vegas.
Henderson right up. That's
No, that's not
that's
Vegas.
That's
That's like
saying
somebody
you're-
going. That's like saying. That's
If
like
you had
me
an
going,
arena in
"I'm from
Camden, that's
Camden."
the Philadelphia market.
No, it's not. That's Camden.
is.
It's not the same. No, it's not. It's not the same city. Henderson is
I
not
never said
Vegas.
it's the same city, it's the same market.
You said. All right, give you that
You
one.
could do a short on YouTube and call me out.
You're not. No.
So wow, that's two in a row
worth
that are in casinos, huh?
As he wears a
Connecticut and
Donkeys
Vegas.
t-shirt.
Look at
Yeah,
that
but I
upper
said
deck
it
all
was-
empty. That upper
I
bowl
said it
all
was-
empty.
That's it. Who cares about women's basketball?
but
It's empty.
This is recent.
No, that's got to be an older. That's got to be an older clip.
It still
Because
says.
It's about
Yeah,
20,000 for basketball, correct?
2 years ago.
Yeah,
It's
you
from
can
2
get
years
$10
ago.
tickets.
I bet
I
those
love
tickets aren't
that.
$10
Yeah,
anymore
this
with
is
their
old
super
'cause
team.
the colors.
No.
The Aces don't have red anymore.
Man, I love those. I love that logo though.
I do like their jerseys, and I like Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum. Those are awesome players. So props.
Yeah.
In fact, that video I just told you about, that's what that woman said in the comments, that she ran through that door like it was AJ Wilson just running right through. That's one of the best things I've seen. Good. I'm sorry.
All right, coming in number 5, the LA Sparks, it's not crypto.com arena anymore, is it? Or is that
No,
what
it
it's
is. That's what it is now.
That's the new name. It used to be Staples Center. That's right.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what a game's like there.
Now you know what's interesting there, because I've been there I've been there for the Clippers. I've been there for the Kings. I was supposed to be there for the Lakers, but Kobe got in a helicopter.
I was going to say, were you not there the weekend that they had the memorial?
I was there when he died. We were in LA. It was crazy.
And
I wrote a nice article on Stadium Journey. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah,
but yeah, what a surreal image. But anyway, my point is, as far as the Sparks go, there's 4 teams that play here. The Sparks were not even. This is how many years ago was this? 5. This is right before. It was in 2020, because it was right as the pandemic was beginning, because that first cruise boat that came over to LA from China got quarantined when we were there. So that was the beginning of COVID. Well, in this country anyway. But anyway, my point, there's 4 teams that play there. The Sparks are not number 4. They're number 3 there. The Clippers were the ones who got all the leftover dates.
Good.
Which was really interesting. And as you walked around, you saw murals. You saw the murals of Kobe and Gretzky and, all the stars from the Kings and the Lakers. But you also saw Lisa Leslie and some of the LA women's players. You didn't see a single sign. Yeah, Candace Parker. You didn't see any sign anywhere for anything from the Clippers. So they were already that's why the Clippers went and built their own place. But yeah, they were not the last team even back then, which was I found very interesting.
I know it's LA, and every sport has 58 teams, so you can jump from one bandwagon to the other. Screw you, LA. But you are trying to compete against the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just an LA team. This is the Lakers.
Well,
and I love and I love that the Sparks, even though the colors are the same, they didn't keep the same logo. I love that.
All right, and we'll see how they come back, because they've had a few down years, so we'll see how they do next year. Coming in at number 4 at the Footprint Center, the Phoenix Mercury.
Okay, that's where Meg goes to all the time. Do we have a statement by her?
Who?
I because I was getting all these weird pop-ups that were freezing my computer, so I had to close the.
Am I supposed to read? I'm on her article. What am I supposed to read?
I don't know.
Yes, you're still getting pop-ups. That's how the site is paid for. It's not really, but it is.
Yeah, Phoenix, I think, draws over 10,000 fans.
They've always had solid backing.
Yeah, they've always.
And it's an 18,000 seater.
Yeah, but it holds 18. I mean, if you draw 10,000, I mean, you can't.
That's where the Suns play, right?
Yeah. Yes. Isn't it?
I believe it is.
We really should know this before we come on the air.
We really didn't do our show prep, and I apologize to anybody. But I've walked by it. It's a really, really nice looking place from the outside.
Well, I know.
And Phoenix is another one of those teams. They've always had great support there for the women's team, and they've always had a lot of success.
Oh, so. Yeah, it's America West Arena. Yeah, that's the Coyotes and the Rattlers and the Suns. Yeah, it's the same arena.
No, the Coyote.
Yes, they did.
Oh, the Sun. No, I thought
the
Coyotes
played in all the arenas.
Yes, they did.
Oh, at one time, yeah.
Yes, I don't mean now. I'm saying at one point.
Yeah, at one point. And
Mark, do you listen?
I sometimes.
Mark, is there a robot in the room with you right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Blink your eyes twice.
Does the site have a virus, or does Paul? I think it's a little bit of 50-50.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah, it's probably Paul.
Yeah. It's probably Paul.
No, actually, what it is my my antivirus expired, so I'm getting all these McAfee, all the junk ones that are popping up. You know what I mean?
Get rid of.
Yeah, I am. I gotta re-up with the new company here. See, I had Kaspersky, so I got to get the new one because Kaspersky doesn't work anymore.
How new is that laptop?
Not very.
Is it within the last 5 years?
Probably right around the 5-year mark.
You don't. We'll talk off here.
All right, coming in at number 3, the Target Center and the Minnesota Lynx.
Nice.
If anybody asks who else plays at the Target Center,
Target.
Yay!
That's fine.
I don't think that's it.
Kirsten Wig impersonation.
I don't think that's it.
The Target Center, I think for an NBA team is not great, but I think for a WNBA team is
What?
nice.
Really?
Weird looking facility. Uh, but they made renovations to it. I had a blast when I went there. Great fan base. They support their teams. They get close to 10,000 as well. I know it's one of the better spots. I think they do. That's an arena that closes the top balcony as well.
Yes.
But the way the lighting and the arena is designed, it never feels like you're playing in a canvas arena. I'm saying that right, but it's I had fun there. It was I went there I think in 2018. Stephen Key and I got tickets, and somebody laughed at us. You got all these places to go. Why would you go see a Lynx game? Like that was awful.
Can you drive drunk?
Great location downtown, easy to get to by car, train, mass transit, bike. Things to do before and after the game. I like downtown Minneapolis. During the summertime, rooftop areas. It's cool.
Well, it's weird because they're playing
spot.
at this arena, but I heard Minneapolis was burned down. Is that true? No. Okay.
No, it's not burned down. No.
Okay. I just made Paul laugh a little bit. That's all I was.
I heard the whole state was burned down.
The whole state was burned down. Yeah. And everybody in Asheville, North Carolina, deserves what they got because it's a red county, even though it's not, or something. That's what I was told on Facebook.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Why would
yeah,
you?
Well, it's Paul's old friend that used to be a co-host on Obey the Puck that said that.
No.
And he's getting dragged right now, and I'll screenshot it for you. But I'll sit back because what he doesn't know is one of my friends is from that area, and she's just laying into him, and I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to say a word. Not a word. I was about to, but I saw a paragraph get posted. I was like, good. Not me.
All right. So Ronaldo is number 2. Mark, I believe this one's also yours. Gainbridge.
Yeah.
Arena, Indiana. Almost at the Pacers. The Fever.
The Pacers. I'm going to tell you what a difference. I mean, the Caitlin Clark effect.
I was going to ask, was this before or after Caitlin Clark? This review.
No, I went after this. This is a Caitlin Clark. This is this year.
Brand new.
I had to go this year. I mean, there's no way.
Caitlin Clark special.
I know the original picture that was up there for our review was from several years ago, from 2009, and it was from a review from 2023. That was odd. I don't know why that was like that, because when you do these reviews, they change their uniforms every year. They have a new court, so it's like this whole new
all the time.
When Kate, it feels like that. Not every team, but a lot of teams change things up. You remember when that's the new court. Remember when the WNBA had advertisers on their jerseys? It was a little more prevalent than it is now.
The only thing, though, I don't like all these gray courts in the WNBA.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Is new this year.
Wait. How do they have a shape like that with a Cheez-It logo on it, and they didn't just make that a Cheez-It box?
Yeah, why didn't they?
How they have the logo, and that's good, but how did they not just make that a box? Come on,
the right color, yeah.
If you're gonna throw an advert at me, that's a box. Come on, guys. God, get down there and tell them how stupid they are and make that a box.
Missed opportunity right there.
But I would tell everybody about Gainbridge. It's just like going to a Pacer game. A lot of action, a lot of hype. I think this year there was a level of excitement. You had people coming out of everywhere checking out Caitlin Clark. If the Sparks game I went to had Cameron, Chicago was in town. That was a big ticket as well. 17,000 fans they averaged this year. Those are NBA numbers. Those are numbers some NBA teams don't get on a regular basis. Yeah. Truly a fun spot downtown. They're opening up new bars and restaurants on Delaware and Pennsylvania. They have that outdoor basketball court that kids can shoot hoops at during the summer. It's a fun environment when there's a game going on downtown. That's why I like downtown the best.
What makes me laugh, Mark, while you're saying this, and I didn't know this. They have the 25th anniversary mark on the boards, on the floorboards. And it's funny to me seeing that when everybody's saying the WNBA is going to fail,
Oh yeah.
but that's been around for 25 years.
25 years, yeah.
Well, I can tell you this: we had, I think, Chris Smith told us a few years ago, he was trying to get he was trying to get a press credential for a Fever game, and he was told, I don't know if you want to come, or attendance is down. We don't get a lot of people. Now they'd be like, come on down.
Now, like, you guys aren't big enough for us.
Yeah, they may even tell us. And that's another thing I noticed at the game. The camera docks were packed. With camera people. Like I never saw that when I saw him at Butler. There was nobody underneath the net. I'm not saying nobody, but there wasn't as many people. It's nice. This franchise is. I think the first 5 games they outdrew last year's home attendance. That's how big the impact was.
Wow.
And sometimes you can get some fairly cheap tickets. I think I picked up some $8, $10 tickets earlier in the year. I don't know how much those were towards the end.
Yeah, another benefit to going to these WNBA games and NBA arenas is you can't afford sometimes the NBA games. You can always afford the upper level at a WNBA game. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it's like I said, during the summer you're outside, the weather's getting nice. Check it out. Stop being.
Maybe they can do what hockey does and play some outdoor games somewhere.
No, yeah, we'll see.
Hey, like Nebraska volleyball did, something like that.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
Let's see.
All right, and topping our rankings, and I think they also topped our NHL rankings last year, is Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle Storm. And damn it, NBA, put a team in Seattle already.
Yes. Climate Pledge, love that arena. That's, for me, you go there to see the arena. It is just so kooky and crazy and different. The food, they have this giant wall where grass grows on it. I still have
What are you doing filming the pretty girls here, Mark? That's kind of creepy.
Oh, that's why I need some.
When Mark passes away, I'm going to make a tribute video to him with the XTC song, All You Pretty Girls.
Oh, my goodness.
Bless you, all of
I mean, that's who they have giving out the
no, there was an old dude right there, too, man. But no, the young college-age girl was the one on the camera.
I mean, quite frankly, he's not stupid.
Mark, I'm not blaming you. I would have done the same thing.
I have a lot of males that watch my videos, so but like Seattle
Talk
here,
to him.
Like this was the top area, and it really wasn't that exciting until you walk downstairs. That's where all the excitement was. So this was last year, this was early. I love how
look at all those empty seats.
But if you watch it later on, more people show up. It wasn't packed. It wasn't sold out. There might have been 8,000, 7,000 people there. But
I'll kill to have 8,000 people watch me.
They love the Storm. Like Seattle loves that. That's their pro basketball team. And I was sitting next to people getting like really excited and charged up about things. And, they weren't there just to say, oh, good job. This is fun. Like there are people like, come on, score. And I made sure I dressed for the kids.
You're even more green, man. Look at that.
I got Seattle Sonics cap.
Is there a reason why they didn't just call them the Sonics?
Because
the rumor is when the NBA expands,
that was a real passionate fan over there.
Yeah,
and
I've
this
heard
is
that
what,
the NBA is planning to expand, and Seattle's on the list.
I figured as much.
And this was after Sue Bird had left, so they said attendance had dropped down a bit. But yeah, they've always done a great job supporting, and hopefully the Sonics come back. There you go. I'm with you, Stugats. Great food.
Hey.
It's a little pricey though, but my goodness, this food
more
is
pretty
like
girls.
First class, chef inspired.
I've said it 14 times on this show, and I'll say it for a 15th time. I am so happy that they kept the facade and it still looks like Key Arena.
Oh yeah.
And I really wish more cities would do that because we do a show about it, for crying out loud. I think arena architecture is how can I say words today? Look at me. Let's go, Dan. Is very underrated. And like, I know the Spectrum wasn't special looking. I see it every day, but to just tear that apart and build inside of it, lift it, update it inside, what they did with Key Arena, gutting it and building from the ground up, but keeping that over there. That's so, I love that. I haven't been there, and that's my favorite arena just for that reason.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no. And the
I love
Seattle
that.
Center is a cool spot to go. The night I was there, beautiful, cool night. They had some outdoor concerts. They had some businesses showing up, giving out free samples of seltzer water and like Yuba tea, and some lady was giving out like sliced charcuterie board style meats and cheeses. Wonderful. There was a band from Hamilton, Ontario playing. You take the monorail there from downtown, from near Pike's Place Market. It's just such a unique little spot to just hang out before or after the game as well. You know, it's cool. I love it. I love Seattle, but I would tell anybody, if you're in town and you have the Storm playing a game, go there. Because another thing the Climate Pledge Arena does, if you go on their Ticketmaster app and get a ticket, you get to ride the mass transit for free 2 hours before and 2 hours after games, because they want people not driving to the building. So Seattle's doing things differently, folks, and the Climate Pledge Arena is definitely a unique spot. So go there for the arena, enjoy the game. You're going to spend a lot of money on the food, though. That's probably my only complaint, but that's everywhere these days. $18 for a beer. Crazy.
So you don't drink a beer at the game. Pretty simple.
No. Go drink a beer somewhere before. Plenty
Drink
of good
4
spots.
beers before for the same price.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So that concludes our ramble about the WNBA. I hope it was as fun for you guys as it was for us. So, Dan, where can our listeners follow you?
DanLaw83 on all social media, except for Twitter. It's danlaw.tv. I'm sorry, DanLaw TV.
Mark, how about you? Where can our listeners follow you? And you got any stadium journeys planned before we
Yeah,
get
you can
together
follow
again?
me on YouTube, Ballpark Hunter, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I'm trying to appeal to the younger audience by getting on IG and TikTok. And 1 week from today, I'm going to be in London, England. So my goal is to check out a Leyton Orient game and an AFC Wimbledon game. But right now, AFC Wimbledon's home venue, Plough Lane, received heavy damage from flooding. You can check out that article on Stadium Journey. So they may not play there. If that happens, there's a small little 4th or 5th division arena where my wife's cousin lives, Eastbourne Borough, that I may go to. So I'm going somewhere. I am not going to London and not seeing a football match. So I'll be somewhere. And the guy at Leyton Orient did contact me for a press pass, so you can add those guys to our list of contacts. So
Beautiful.
should be fun.
Nice. You're the big trip winner, I guess, for our next show.
I know it doesn't happen too often.
And Dave's not here with us, but if you would like to follow him and give him heck for not being here, you follow him at Profan9.
He's in the mob. Telling you.
For me,
Cottony with an eye.
check me out at Twitter or Instagram at PuckmanRI. Where am I going? Let's see. Hey, you know what? It's hockey season for me now. This weekend I'll be announcing games for PC women's hockey as they start their season, and UMass Dartmouth football as they continue theirs. If you're in the area and you like offensive football, check out UMass Dartmouth. We're averaging 64 points a game right now. The Corsairs are 4-0 and not nationally ranked, but the way they're going, they will be before the end of the year. Let's see. And then next week, Providence Bruins start their season. Their home openers next Friday, so I'll be there. Then the next day, Stadium Journey triple header. Central Connecticut football, UConn hockey, and the Springfield Thunderbirds all in one day. And then the big news, Patriots have credentialed me this year, so I'll be at the Patriots game on the 13th at Gillette Stadium. They haven't credentialed us in about 8 or 9 years.
They waited for Tom to leave.
Yeah, nobody wants to go anymore.
Fat lot of gosh darn good that does. Thank you.
So remember, folks, you can find all of our stadium reviews, news items, and other features at stadiumjourney.com. Connect with us on our social media channels at Stadium Journey. For audio versions of the Stadium Journey podcast, HIAC Talk Radio Network, wherever you look for your favorite podcast. To watch old versions, old episodes of the podcast, just check out Stadium Journey's YouTube page. And you can be part of our live studio audience every other Monday night at 7, 8 ish. Follow any of us.
It's 7:38 ish.
Yeah, follow any of us on social media, and we'll get you there. 2 weeks we'll be back, October 13th. I don't think we've decided what we're going to talk about. Or Mark, did you have a guest, or did Dave had a guest? Somebody had a guest. It's
I did.
I think it might be college football time, but tune in and find out. You'll be as surprised as we are.
I'd like to get somebody from Pull Tab Sports. I think they'd be a good guest. So
I actually do have a pro hockey player in the queue, just waiting for us to set a date.
okay.
Retired pro hockey player, but he wrote a book that I've read. They tried to read it. It's an interesting book, shall we say?
The guy that's a cop.
Bobby Robbins. No, Bobby Robbins is definitely not a cop.
Guy. Oh, Bobby Robbins. Yeah, I know who that is too.
No, not Doug Smith. Not the inspiration behind the movie The Goon.
Oh, Doug Smith. I couldn't remember.
I could probably get Doug Smith on this too. I got to talk.
No, it's okay. Don't. No, it's all right.
Nah, he's a good guy.
Nah.
Doug Smith actually just gave his kidney to a stranger. Kidney transplant.
That's what usually happens when you give your kidney away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a transplant. I just threw it on the ground. Threw it on the ground.
Yeah, he just threw it on the ground.
I need this one. I only need one.
I don't need this.
So, everybody, thanks once again for your support. For Dan, Mark, and Dave, this is Paul wishing you all safe stadium journeys and close games.